welcome this morning to Relax and Paint. And I am doing some fun irises, and I just want to show you that I'm doing on scrapbooking paper. I'm going to show you some fun colors and how you can work it out to be a simple stroke, but it's blended, shaded, highlighting in one stroke. So let's get started. I'm going to use a 16 flat, and I'm going to come down to my overhead and make sure I'm right-handed, and I am. But sometimes people like me to leave it left-handed so that they can be lefties. So I just tell you to kind of hold it in your hand till it's comfortable and do the strokes that fit well as you're working with your left hand. If I'm going this way and that's not comfortable, I'm definitely not going to be comfortable this way. So it'd be more comfortable to start this way when you're doing the strokes from that side. All right, so I'm going to use a fire coral or pink melon color here. And this is violet pansy. And I thought this irises would be a really pretty iris on top of this is some of my old scrapbooking paper, but you can find a pretty green scrapbooking paper out there. And don't get a lightweight one. This is a heavier weight so that we can hand paint on it. All right, so I'm using floating medium, okay, and I'm using multi-surface paints. This is Folk Art Multi-Surface. You will love it because it goes on all kinds of surfaces, just like it says, but it has a medium sealer inside of it. So that means I can do on paper, metal, ceramic, indoor, outdoor. So it's really versatile and you'll love it. On glass also, which I love. All right, so I'm going to go in between the two colors. The colors for the upper part of the iris, okay? So we're going to go back and forth. I use a foam plate, or if you go check out my practice strokes, I do them in a double loader. And a double loader helps you to be able to load and not be muddy. But when I started, I used foam plates. I just want you to know that this is this was going to work until you can get a double loader, but a double loader makes a big difference. All right, so I'm going to show you that I'm going to start here and go to there, start here, go up and come back down. And so you kind of like, you can decide where these are going to go. Look at that. And this would be a good practice stroke because I'm sharing little steps to make that happen. But see, I'm going to keep picking up paint. And I don't need medium right now because I have lots of paint. So I'm going to come here and I'm going to look at the white edge of this brush. Okay. I want to push so it touches that middle, up and over. And then I'm going to start coming down. Now, I can stop in the middle, all right, and get a little bit more. So look, I want to be watching that white edge, but yet still coming down the middle, all right? So this is a pastel looking flower. So I just thought that color was really pretty, all right? And I just did a short with this too. Now look how I'm wiggling this out. See how it curved in? Okay, so watch, I keep coming over here and picking up more paint. Now I'm going to come right here and I'm going to curve down. Now I need more white, just white. And roll. That might be tricky, so just keep going. All right, so slow that down, try it again. All right. So now I could do that, but on this side, I really need to turn it around. Okay. So, like if you're left-handed, look, got to put it where it's going to be comfortable for you, which might be this way. All right. So I'm going to come right in here and instead of rolling, see, I teach people to rock the brush and roll it. But if you're not comfortable with that for right now, let's go in and out and in and out and come up and over. All right. Let's get just more white. I want to go up a little bit higher. Now, I'm going to come down the other side. So I did pick up more of the pink melon to come down. Okay. And this is without rolling it until you get right down there. See how pretty those colors are? So what I wanted to do is come back in here and just do a few little strokes right here to fill in the middle. Isn't that kind of pretty? And while I've got this color, I can come up here, guys, and do a bud. And with most buds, I'm going to flip the brush now and just do at least 2 to 3 strokes. And then when you put green around that, it'll look good. All right. So I can even come out here and this is a 16 flat. This is my 1 stroke brushes. This one has to be well separate from the set of the student set. Okay, so now I want to do these bottom petals and I want to put the purple in them, the violet pansy. So I'm going to flip this around and still get pink melon. And then with the white side, I'm picking up violet pansy. You can do any color combination, but then I came over here, you can see, and I was picking up some white to make it a little bit lighter. Okay, so I'm going to come out this way, and also this is here and here. Okay, so I'm going to get a little bit of white. Okay, now I'm going to come back up, stroke next to the white again. Yeah, I'm running out of paint there. So I am going to get a little bit of medium. Come over here, a little bit of white. Just come back here. And I'm going to roll this up and over. Okay. So I didn't like it where it wasn't covered. This is the beauty of 1 stroke. You can pick up paint and restroke it. So watch this. And I can go right back over it, pick up. Now go back to the middle and then roll the brush up. All right. I can still play with it until you get what you want. So let's see if we do this again. And pink melon and violet pansy. A teeny bit of white. Now what I did there is got muddy because I put more medium in it. So let's be a little bit more careful over here. All right. So I'm going to come back up here. And roll that up. Okay. Right. We can have these come totally out to the sides. Look, I'm gonna put some more white in there. All right, so I can do, they can be curled up to the side, and I can put, we'll wipe off some of that. I can come in here with pink melon or fire coral, whatever you have, and some purple. And I'm going to come right in here. And this is a tongue that hangs down sometime. So I'm going to come right across here. And then come right across here. All right. It's a little tricky, but I decided that I want to have some of this melon or coral color coming right down the center. All right. And I can add a little bit of white to it. So a little bit of white. See, while this is real wet, you can make it move a little bit. You could have left it with just the 2 petals. I just want you to see how it looks if I do more. All right. So I'm going to go right in here. Let's get some white. Okay. Let's pick up some purple over here. This yeah, violet pansy. Okay, you can get fancy with colors that you want on there, or you can stay smaller. So you saw it at the beginning, you could leave it there, or you could keep coming in and adding more in here. So I want you to see that I'm going to wash this out, and I'm going to come in here and pick up sap. No, actually, this is thicket and citrus green. I'm going to go into the medium, work this in. I can also just come through here and pick up purple and the melon color. All right, so I can have some green in here, but I'm going to come right through here and have the stem also come here, have stems. So when I'm here, I can put a few stems around it and grab it. And what I like is just showing you different ways you can do flowers. And I want you to see, and leaves, I want you to see that as you chisel, pressure, lift, pressure, lift, and it's got all those pretty colors in here. Look at that with purple. Now see it got dry there. So you would go pick up more medium. You come right back here and you would go right back over this. You want it to feel like butter when you do that long stroke. All right. But when we're doing this, I needed the medium. When I put too much medium, I got muddiness. So just be careful about that. And I want you to see that I can put white on the citrus and I can come right in here. Let's see, I still have that peachy color. All right, so I can come right in here. And dipping a little bit of medium makes that possible. All right. So I'm going to put a little bit of grass in here. All right. Okay. I'm going to get a little bit more medium and watch this. That's all with the chisel edge. So I use a 16 brush on all of this. Once you see, I'm going to clean it now. And right down the center, I can bring a little bit of, let's put some white with the citrus. I want you to see a little bit of what happens when you add a little bit of detail into the petals, right? So I can still get some medium with a little bit of the melon color. And I can show you that we could come along here. I can also bring this and shape it in here. Watch this. I'm going to take the melon color and make it darker right along those edges. All right, so I can also make it come right along in here. See? So that just intensifies the center vein and that in there. Okay, so that's citrus green and white I put in there. So now I'm just going to take a smaller brush and pick up some white. And I'm going to tap, tap, tap. Use a yellow, but I just think we got to make this a really pretty looking center in here. This is like a little stamen. All right, and we do this over here. These are the two side ones. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to do anything in the middle, but I might come up here just a little bit of that pollen here. Usually it's yellow. So you could try it with some yellow. All right. So all these petals kind of curved in and these curved down underneath. All right. So you can let this totally dry and you can shade some more. I'm going to show you right here. This is my heat pen. I use it a lot with glass and stuff when I'm painting glassware. All of my tools, brushes, and product is on onestroke.com. And if you join my membership right here on YouTube, if you join my membership, you get 20% off every time you order. That's one of the One Stroke advantages. It starts at $10 a month and you can come on and off at any time. Okay, so I'm floating some edge in there. All right, so I can also float along in here and make that vein stand out a little bit more. And see, you can leave it like it was, or you can add dimension by floating colors. All right, so look, I can come underneath here and that white was a little bit wet still, but I can lift that up, floating medium, and right here. So I'm just trying to give a shadow on top of this. But because this white's wet, let me dry that a little bit more. I just want to show you something. Okay. It was kind of fun. I just want you to see like what's going on. I can get the medium and I can bring a little bit of purple in here. Okay. So look, we can bring this right in here. And I can bring it right down the middle. Just a little bit of that violet pansy. Gives you some depth. But this is what I want to show you. Is that I'm going to come right under here. See how, look how that lifted that over that. So you take and you, when people use their floating, they tend to stand it up and chisel it. I want you to see you lay it down flat here. So I get medium. I lay it down next to the violet pansy or whatever color you're floating with. And then I'm going to lay it down here. Look, I'm laying it there. See, you can put that on the channel or not put that on there. All right, so you lay it flat and the floating medium blends it because you're only putting the purple on one side and the floating medium helps it shade. All right. All right. One more. I just want you to see that you can also come in here and roll your brush and have little bits of rolls of color. So you can float with floating medium or you can float with paint. All right, so watch this. All right, I can come right along here, lay it out, roll it in, and come down. So then we're just getting fancy. And this isn't with floating medium. What I'm doing here is I'm using the paint to float the color. All right, so we're going to come up a little bit there. Now look at those petals compared to those leaves. Citrus and violet pansy. All right, citrus and violet pansy. Roll it in. So that brings the back of the leaf in front. Now, I hope that you learn some little bit of relax and paint, but you also learn a little bit of technique, like we would do on practice strokes. Push down, stand up, roll it the other way, stand up, and come down. Isn't that pretty? I can't wait to see what you guys do. So please share on our Facebook group. It's the Donna Dewberry's official one stroke group. Look under About Donna and you'll find my website, and you will find how to get to our YouTube site. And we have lives there, all kinds of cells there, and great, wonderful one strokers sharing tips and techniques there for you. So go check it out. Thank you. This is Donna Dewberry, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.